Alright, what's up guys, I'm j-j-junio here, and today we're going to be reviewing So Help Me God. We are reviewing Swish. We are reviewing Waves. Blame Chance. Today we are reviewing The Life of Pablo, a 10-track, a 16-track, and 18-track album by Kanye West. His newest one got released over the past 4 days or something. Never have I ever had so much trouble trying to review an album. It's been ridiculous. So if you haven't gathered by the title and what I've already said in the video, this is going to be a review of The Life of Pablo, the newest Kanye West record. You know what a review is. I'm going to talk about what I liked and disliked about the record and whether or not I thought it was even that good. Because according to some people, it is the greatest album ever made. So we're just going to jump right into it. No beating around the bush. We're going to synchronize, dive in, and explore this album together. Alright, since we're just jumping right in, I'm going to give my first impressions right now. And overall, my view on the album is, it's aight. It's probably going to split a lot of people down the middle, whether or not they really liked it or not. I've listened to it about 5 times now, and it's just kind of like been, alright, this was an album you made. And my opinion is that this album is extremely ambitious, I think. Sonically, it's very, very interesting. It has a lot of big ideas. It seems to be extremely high concept Kanye art, and you can definitely tell that Kanye put a lot of work into it. It sounds really different from really any other hip-hop record out there right now. You're not going to find kind of the recycled mainstream hip-hop gangster beats on this album. You're not going to find any of that. It's all weird, it's all crazy and nuts, and just really kind of all over the place. I'm divided on this album myself, so that's what you're going to get with this review. And if you don't think that Kanye is trying to be high concept here, just look at this cover art. Just look at it for a second. It looks like he's trying to make a contemporary art piece. It's annoying to look at. What is he trying to do here? I don't even like it, but I respect it. And you know what? That's kind of how I feel about this entire album. Because after listening to it for the 5+ times that I have, overall, the album just comes across as pretty self-indulgent. This is Kanye making Kanye music for Kanye. If I had to compare The Life of Pablo to another record that came out not super recently, but kind of recently, it's Tyler the Creator's Cherry Bomb. Both of those albums are similar in that it feels like both of the guys just made music that they wanted to make without really any regard for what people would think about it, except the attitude's a bit different because Cherry Bomb, it's like Tyler was intentionally trying to piss people off with Cherry Bomb. The Life of Pablo, however, kind of feels like a Kanye West fever dream that he's performing in a room by himself to a corner. So it has artistic merit in that way. It just doesn't really have any mainstream appeal whatsoever. So yeah, not the greatest album ever made, unless you are Kanye. It's more just like kind of a canvas of sound. And this is kind of the biggest problem I had with the album, with all the parts that I didn't really like, is that I just don't really know what the album is about most of the time. The majority of this album is kind of just a spiral of obscurity. It's a bunch of noise, it's a bunch of sounds and experimental vibes that I'm sure means something, but the album just doesn't sufficiently draw me in to care enough about trying to figure out what the album is saying. Because I'm not saying that I want everything spelled out to me in music. I like obscure music. I like something kind of unconventional. I don't want to be spoon-fed meanings and lyrics and stuff. But if you're gonna do that, the music itself has to be compelling enough for me to care. Not that I'm saying the music's bad, it's very intriguing and it's definitely an experience to listen to, but I feel like for the majority of listeners, especially anybody who's kind of just a casual music fan, it's gonna be a bit too inaccessible for a lot of people. And on the flip side, when he does kind of emerge from these depths and speaks about something that the majority of people would understand, it just is too blatant, too spoon-fed, too obvious. But the positive thing is that the funniest lines come from these moments. Just listen to this for just 1 second.
I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. Goddamn. I made that bitch famous. I bet me and Ray J will be friends. If we ain't love the same bitch, you ain't gotta hit it first. Only problem is I'm rich.
I'm not even gonna comment on that. I just want you to enjoy that. I just want you to appreciate that. Enjoy it. Appreciate it. Enjoy it. Also, another thing I kind of wanted to talk about was the song I Love Kanye that's on the record. Originally it was going to be called I Miss the Old Kanye, which when I saw the title I was kind of excited because I guessed correctly that the song would be kind of about the public's current perception of him, which I think is always kind of an interesting subject for a song, especially for somebody as polarizing as Kanye West. Unfortunately, the song was kind of just wasted potential for me. Again, it was kind of just too blatant. It was just kind of hitting you over the head with his idea of like, yeah, I know what you guys think about me and I don't care. I feel like if you're gonna do a song like that, you have to be clever with it. It has to be smart. And he kind of just said, screw you guys, like, here's a 52-second snippet of me not caring what you think. Which in itself is admirable, it just doesn't make for good listening. So there again, we kind of have the dichotomy of art versus accessibility. And on the note of accessibility, if you're just kind of looking for an album to have fun listening to and just kind of jam out to, there's gonna be a lot of songs and a lot of sections of songs that feel like they kind of just take up space, which is unfortunate because probably in the overall artistic vision of this album, those songs really add to the collective whole. However, people may just not get the message of what they're trying to say and just not care because they don't understand anyways. And since they don't understand, and since it's not like catchy enough, they're probably just not gonna like listening to them. Blech. So yeah, you kind of gotta wade through a lot of average stuff to find the gems, because there definitely are gems in this album. I never said I didn't like it. I'm not even saying that it's a bad album, because some songs can start off really good and then halfway through turn into something really weird. Like, just, like, listen to this. Like, what is going on right now? What is this? Yeah, I'm not into that. Sorry, Kanye. One song that I really appreciated on this album that was definitely an album highlight for me was the song FML featuring The Weeknd. This song was subtle, understated, it was very beautiful to listen to. So yeah, I'm not saying that there aren't good songs or good parts of songs. There definitely are, and they're definitely really good when they get good. I'm just saying there's a lot of kind of just weird stuff floating around it. It seems kind of like pretentious fluff, like a cloud sipping on bourbon and reading Alighieri. Wow, check that simile. That was nuts. So I guess my overall view on this album is that it's definitely worth listening to. It's something different, it's a piece of art for sure. However, the level to which you enjoy the art is going to heavily depend on you, on how much you like Kanye and how much you like experimental music. I didn't mind it so much, but some people in my family, as I was playing it, just kind of got annoyed with me. It's definitely not an album for everybody, but there was never really any point during the album, during the 5+ times that I listened to it, there wasn't a single moment in any song where I was just like, wow, like this is incredible. This right here is a masterpiece of a song. And for an artist that takes his art so seriously and is kind of a global icon, that's kind of too bad. But on the flip side, what I did really appreciate about it is that it wasn't just mainstream and that it wasn't kind of just a cookie cutter, white bread version of what would make money. Because this is Kanye West, it's probably still gonna make money even if the reviews are gonna be split. I appreciate the fact that he does what he wants as an artist, because that's really what being an artist is. Making art that you enjoy and that connects with you, and not making something just to make money or just to please the fans. I appreciate the album for what it is. I appreciate what he's doing. Maybe it's just not for me or something. And I appreciate rap music and I appreciate experimental music. Never say that I only listen to mainstream and that I don't appreciate experimental music, okay? I just started listening to Gnaw Their Tongues, and that's like pretty weird. Not that I'm bragging or anything, only a little. But just don't rag on me for that if you're gonna rag on me for anything, okay? Just remember, this is all my opinion, guys. Yeah, I'd give this album 6 out of 10. Tell me what you guys thought of the album down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think about it? Am I just an ignorant idiot for not really understanding Kanye's bigger message here? Let me know. Make sure to subscribe and like the video.